What's going on, guys? Chad here, just packing these tires out. I just want to go over the tire order as we wrap this up and start covering all these tires. As long as you're using bigger tires like 235, 75, 15s on the bottom course and then working your way up, I think you can. I'm not exactly sure. That's kind of a gray area in the earthship world. That's why I'm trying to answer this, because it was kind of helpful to understand what size tires to use. And again, it's not very clear. So we started off using a 245 tire at the bottom there. The bottom's kind of covered up. I can show it on the front greenhouse here. So that's a 245 tire at the bottom. And then I think it's 245, 75, 15, or 16. Those were crazy hard to pack. Those took like 40 minutes to pack. And I have 265, 75, 15s. And if we would have started with those, I probably would have quit. Honestly, it probably would have took an hour to pack those things. Those are huge truck tires. And so just doing those 245, 75, 15s, it was nice to get that thicker layer at the bottom, the thicker tire. In the end, it's probably better. But anything bigger than that, I would probably suggest not doing. So I had a bunch of tires saved up, and I wasn't sure what I was doing at the time, saving tires and stuff. And I was just going around to tire shops and taking them. And little did I know, you have to it should be obvious that you really got to stick with the same sizes per row so you can get smaller as you go. But I didn't know what I was grabbing, and I didn't have time to figure that out. So I just started grabbing any tire I could possibly get my hands on, which in the end was a mistake. And I'll go over a video on how to get tires and how to source them, because that's another issue that we had just because we had to find tires in a short period of time. Everyone has tires, but in the end, I'll just be really brief, but in the end, they're not going to tell you what we offered $1 per tire, and it costs, I think, $3 per tire to get rid of them. So they were offered like basically, if you do the math, it's like $4 per tire, and like people wouldn't even tell us what size they had. They wouldn't even go out and do a sample because it's just nasty. Most of them are like farms and stuff, and I can understand it, but at the same time, it's like we're offering to get rid of all your tires, or at least a large portion of them, and people wouldn't even give me a sample. And these yards were like anywhere from an hour to 2 to 3 hours away, so I wasn't going to go and sample these things on my time, because like I said, if I would have spent hours upon hours and days trying to find these tires, it would have been almost a waste of time. So I'll do a full story on that. But there is 245s, and then we work up to 235, 75, 15s. And then I think it goes like 4 courses to 235, 75, 15s. And then we go up to 225, 75, 15, which is a trailer tire. And then the last 2 rows up here, and here are 225, 60, 16. So those are really small tires. So that's what we went with. I'd like to hear what the other people have done. It's an interesting kind of gray area that it's kind of hard to understand what sizes to use in the earthship world, because it's just there's not a lot of info about it. And so hopefully this helps somebody if they're deciding to gather tires and if they have ambition on building one of these, because that is obviously the building block, and it's not as easy to get as you would think. Thank you.